One of the hardest relationship questions out there is if you should date or even marry a girl with a 10 out of 10 personality. I'm talking complete wife material, healthy hobbies, nothing degenerate, but she isn't as physically attractive as you would maybe want her to be. And the reason why this is such a hard question to answer is because a lot of bad can happen in this scenario. For example, you having to take that risk of either you staying in this relationship with a girl, and because you're not physically attracted to her, this relationship becomes depolarized, or you break up with her and you never find a girl with a personality like hers ever again. So it's a very, very tricky question to answer, but hopefully I can give you the answer today depending on who you are as a person. First of all, I just want to clarify that physical attractiveness is very, very important in a relationship, and anyone else that says otherwise is a complete and utter liar. Oh, as long as their personality's good, that's all that matters. No, shut up. If he or she isn't hot to the other person, then the relationship will either not last or it's gonna be completely unhealthy. For example, right, if the woman's not attracted to the man might, not be the most attractive man himself. So he might be too afraid to break up with the woman. And it's going to come to the point where they're going to be more friends than girlfriend and boyfriend, a couple. And if a man's not attracted to the woman, if a woman does end up staying with him, because, women and men are very different creatures, right? A woman has less sympathy for a man than a man has for a woman, right? So a woman would more than likely just be like, oh, you're not my type, I'm breaking up with you, and wouldn't really care much with it, whereas a man would kind of like overthink, like not want to hurt her feelings. But with a woman, it's kind of different. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but it's not. Anyway, I'm sidetracking, right? If a woman does actually stay with the guy, it's only because she's benefiting from the relationship. For example, he's rich, he has money, right? So either way, two very unhealthy scenarios and two very unhealthy relationships. A girl has to be somewhat attractive or you're not going to be satisfied in the relationship, and she's going to get really sexually frustrated with you because you don't even want to hit that anymore. If you really look at this girl, look at your girlfriend, and you don't see any physical attractiveness at all, maybe she's just not your type, or maybe you generally kind of find her a bit ugly, like no offense, right? Be honest with yourself. As much as you would have to risk never finding a girl like that again, love is very important. And if you want to love to your full potential and love a girl with all your heart, then she has to be attractive, not only mentally but physically as well. You have to find her body attractive to love a girl to the maximum. I mean, think of her for a moment here. Think of your girlfriend for a moment here, right? You're keeping her in this relationship and you don't even like her like that. You don't really like her face, you don't like her body. So you're not only lying to her, you're not only lying to this girl, but you're also wasting her life. So you're being more selfish, lying to her and keeping her in this relationship, trying to be like lie to her, be like, oh, I love you, baby, I love you, when like deep down you don't really love her, right? You're being more selfish lying than just being honest with her and just telling her, listen, right, I don't feel you like that, like you're not my type and I just can't be in a loving relationship with someone that I'm not physically attracted to. And yes, in the moment, you're going to be the selfish person. You might even make her cry, and you're just going to have to accept that. But once she's, over all the heartbreak and she's able to move on from the relationship, then I'm sure later on in life, she'd actually thank you for just being honest with her, being real. It's better to be honest than a liar, because not only are you wasting her life, but you're wasting yours as well. So what I'm trying to say is to not just stay with a girl because you feel bad for her, you don't want to hurt her feelings, being a beta cuck male, right? I want you to think of it as if it would be worth it in the future and both of you would be happier, because hopefully one day you'll find another girl with a 10 out of 10 personality that you're actually physically attracted to, and she finds a 10 out of 10 man that's attracted to her, right? If you don't think of it like this way, then you're never going to have the balls to one day break up with her. And when that day comes and you do actually have the balls to break up with her, tell her what I'm telling you now, right? Tell her that, we'll both find better people for us, and this will definitely make her feel better, because it will get her thinking more about the future than the present. But maybe your relationship and your scenario is different. Maybe you are attracted to her a tiny bit, but you're not as attracted to her as you are these like fake models you see online. First of all, if this sounds like you, then you have to stop watching porn and stop looking at all these other, women online to be able to unlock this extra attractiveness for your already girlfriend, right? And to also just obviously show her respect. I mean, if you are in a relationship, you should not be watching like porn, period, right? You should not be watching any other women in a sexual way, right? Because you've already got a girlfriend. Why do you need to watch porn? I mean, porn's bad enough as it is, but watching it when you're in a relationship, it's just dirty and it's really disrespectful. And I also want you to think of it like this. Even if your girlfriend isn't the prettiest woman in the world, right? Her personality, her 10 out of 10 personality makes up for that automatically. For example, let's say your girl looks wise is a 7 out of 10, right? Let's just say. While you're seeing these other girls on your social media, for example, that are 9s out of 10. Let's be honest, are these OnlyFans models and porn stars with complete plastic surgery? So it's not even like real physical attraction anyway, because it's all fake. But let's say they're natural, whatever. Let's say they're completely natural, no plastic surgery, whatever, right? Are they really wifey material? Are they actually decent people with like decent personalities? No, of course not. They're as degenerate as you can find them, right? You can't find anyone more degenerate than a porn star or an OnlyFans model, right? So your girl overall is actually a 9 out of 10, while these OnlyFans models and whatever, all these women you see online overall are like more 8s out of 10s, so right? So if you think about it, your girlfriend is better than all of these women you're seeing online because of her 10 out of 10 personality. And once you have this mindset and take the words that are coming out of my mouth seriously, taking my advice seriously, you'll notice how quickly your relationship will skyrocket. So to completely sum up this video, if you just skipped all the way to the end, is that if she is literally not your type anymore, you just like your pee doesn't even get hard when you look at her, you know what I mean? Like she's completely just not your type, you don't like her, you don't F with her like that, then leave her. Simple, right? That's all you can really do. Because even if she's an 100 out of 10 with personality, but her looks aren't there, then you're just not gonna be happy. You're not gonna live a happy life if you're with a woman that you're not physically attracted to. And it's the same the other way around, right? You could be with the most beautiful woman in the world, right? But if her personality stinks, then leave her. So I don't just want you to think, oh, he only cares about looks, he only uses women for his looks. Shush, no, please, that's literally not what I'm saying, right? But if you're in a relationship and your girl isn't even that bad looking, but you're watching porn in the relationship, which is just crazy to me, right? And you're seeing all these other women making, your woman less attractive because you're seeing all these crazy good looking fake women, right? That you're finding way more attractive than your woman, then just give up the porn and you'll really notice like slowly how, obviously it's not going to be a day and you find her like 10 out of 10 looks, but I'm saying like give it like a few days, maybe even a few weeks. I don't know, depends how addicted you are to porn, right? If you're like got like a high porn addiction, then it may take a couple weeks to slowly see attractiveness to your woman. But if it's like you just fap like every few days, then it should only take a few days until you start to feel more grateful for your girlfriend. That the fact she's wifey material, she's 10 out of 10 personality, everything's great about her personality wise, and I'm sure this will start to make you see her more physically attractive. But, this isn't always the case. If this doesn't work out and you still find her mid and you just really can't handle that, then, I guess break up. That's all you can really do. It depends what your goal is with a relationship. If you're thinking more in the future and you're like, I don't care if she... Because there's some people, I'm not saying that, like, some people out there, like, care about looks as much as others, right? Obviously there's some people out there that's like, oh, personality is more important, right? Which is fair enough, right? I think it's 50-50, to be honest. I think 50% looks, 50% personality. I think they're both just as important as each other, but some people think 60-40, right? So if you generally like find it so attractive that your girl is a good girl, she's wife material and all this, then and you're happy with that, stay with her, man. Like completely. Like if you are happy with her, then stay with her. But all I'm saying is you would love a girl way more if she was 9 out of 10 looks compared to 6 out of 10 looks with a 10 out of 10 personality. You know what I mean? So you can always try go for better, but if you're seriously happy with the woman you're with now, listen, fair enough, man. You do you. I'm not controlling your life. This is just a self-improving video on YouTube, right? You don't have to take me seriously. You can just watch the video and, take in the advice. You don't actually have to do it. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say. It's definitely quite a long video, but it's because there's a lot to talk about this question. It's a very hard question to overcome. So hopefully if you're going through this situation, this has helped you out. Now, thank you for watching as always. Take care and peace. Bye-bye.